Hello my dear cinnamon buns! Today I'm going to show you amazing thing, the watercolor paper on canvas. Just have a look, it's small sample. I painted portrait of my son and I'm going to paint big portrait of my daughter. I'm going to show you this amazing thing. Let's start. This is a new product from Renesans, made in Italy. At first glance it looks like just a paper, but it's much more than this. It's a watercolor canvas. I decided to test it by painting a small portrait of my son. It's a small piece, 15 on 20 cm. Unlike traditional watercolor paper, this canvas is designed to be stretched onto a wooden frame, just like a classic painting canvas. The base is pure cotton Magnani paper, cold pressed with a medium texture. At the back of the canvas you can see clearly its fabric structure, which allows it to be stretched onto a wooden frame. This is what makes it different from traditional watercolor paper. With this structure it can be displayed as a stretched canvas without need for glass, offering a new way to work with watercolor. Today I'll show you how to stretch it onto a classic wooden frame to prepare it for painting and display. Here I have the 50 cm sheet of this canvas. I turn it over and place a standard wooden frame, 40 cm, on top, which it will be used for stretching. The first step is preparation. To achieve a perfect stretch, I completely wet the front of side with water. This allows the paper to absorb moisture, making it easier to stretch evenly over the frame. I flip the canvas over and use a staple gun to gradually secure the edges. At first, the paper looks loose, with small wrinkles and folds appearing. It doesn't seem perfectly tight yet, but that's completely normal. Once the canvas dries, it will tighten beautifully and sound like a drum. Sound of perfect canvas. But this isn't all. Now it's time for drawing. Here is a pencil portrait of my daughter. For this one, I'll be working with Renesans aquarelle watercolor tubes. To preserve the fine details, I applied masking fluid to a few strands of hair. This will keep them completely white. Now I move on onto the background. For this, I've chosen a deep, intense green. It creates a strong contrast with the warm skin tones and enchants the vibrant, summery feel of the painting. I start developing the facial tones. When the base layer is ready, I refine the smallest details, like the eyelashes. Next, I move on the hair. I paint individual strands to create a sense of movement. And now that all the main layers are dry, I remove the masking fluid using a special eraser. This is one of my favorite moments, seeing the preserved white strands appear, adding even more life to the portrait. Now that the painting is complete, I want to protect it and enhance the colors. For this, I'm using a special varnish from Renesans. It deepens the colors, making them more vivid while maintaining the matte finish of watercolor. Look at the transformation. It becomes even brighter and richer. And here's an extra feature. This varnish not only enchants the colors, but also makes the surface water resistant. Watch, I apply water, try to blend it with a brush, but nothing happens. The varnish keeps the painting intact, and when I wipe the drops away, the surface remains completely untouched. I hope you enjoyed this process with me, and I'm happy with my new portrait. Kisses and hugs from Poland. Have a lovely day and amazing mood.